posting on like songs everybody knows, like the hot song right now. Like, why wouldn't you just learn it in its regular key?
Right.
Like, cats ain't trying to learn. But I mean, I don't know. It's I have leeway for like if it's not your main instrument. Like if you're a drummer, you switching over and like okay, you like to play in the black keys, so that's what you gonna learn everything on. Cool. But like the lifers of keyboard players and like cats who demand to get paid, it's kind of like you can't go to any other job and demand a certain pay and you're not qualified to. You know what I mean? It's kind of like working backwards. But for some reason, a lot of cats feel entitled that they're gonna ask for whatever they're gonna ask for, and I'm almost scared sometimes. Even when I sub out, like if I'm not gonna be there and I'm my normal calls can't make it, and I gotta jump into the pool to find somebody to sub for me, and it's just like, well, I hope it works, And then I get that call from Benita, like, yo, this dude. I'm like, where did you find?
Don't send him again.
Where did you find this boy? I'm like, what happened? Like, man, first of all, he was on his phone the whole time, didn't know any of the songs, and I'm like, and it ain't like we sing like the most like if you got a guest musician, you're gonna go with the standard songs. Like, okay, he's able. Chasing after you, that's no-brainer stuff for competent musicians. But like, if you can't even get them joints, it's like, yo, how can you even offer your services to somebody and you don't even know the standard church joints?
What do you play? Like,
yeah, like, come on now. But that's the generation we live in. So.
Yeah.
So how did you find your way navigating? Well, for me. Like I said, I grew up in a house full of women. Me and my dad were the only men in the house. So I was always around women. I'll call it women who play instruments. Like I don't like the term female musicians because I think that's kind of like whatever. But I've always been in the house with women who play instruments. I've always associated with women who play instruments, and I noticed sometimes some of them have I don't want to call it an issue, but more like a chip on their shoulder as regards to playing in church where it's more male dominated. Did you ever have to go through any of that?
Of course, musicians are it's a male dominated genre. I've always been an aggressive organist. So I was never really insecure about my playing around men. If I played, like I will never forget this one time we were at the Kojic convocation, where they used to have their convocation at it used to be the Adams Mark on City Line Avenue in Philly. You remember that? Mm-hmm. And I remember being at the Midnight Musical in a room full of musicians. And they was about to start the musical. And they was like, can we get a musician on the organ? Ain't nobody move. Like, I'm like, what is going on? I mean, nothing but musicians in the audience. Wow. I got up. I went right on that. I'm like, okay, I'm going to play this organ. Like, I can't stand that. I will get up. But I've never felt intimidated, because I knew that this is what I'm supposed to do. And even if I knew I couldn't play, now the one time I did get a little nervous. Bubby Fan was coming to my church. I was like, oh my God, Bubby Fan, he can play. Oh my God, what am I going to do? And I was just nervous about it. And then I had a light bulb moment. Like, you know what? Who you playing for? Like, you playing for the Lord. Like, why are you trying to impress him? I was like, you know what? Okay. When they came in that church, I was killing that organ. The drummer had to tell me to stay in the pocket. Okay, I was all over the place or whatever. So, but no, I have seen a lot of females who, and I really believe that that's another part of my assignment is to push the female musicians. I've seen a lot of them who are, like shy or feel intimidated. Or feel entitled to support from male musicians or whatever. I mean, I really do think that, musicians can be more supportive and encouraging to female musicians. But I also feel that female musicians need to be more be more aggressive and, like we said, study their craft, sharpen their skills and their gifts, and come on, get out here, let's do this, like, because we do this too. Let's go, So, but I could say that, for a time I felt like maybe I wasn't respected, because I was female, but I didn't let any of that stop me. I was just like, I'm gonna play this organ. Okay. And I really one time I tried to encourage female keyboardists to get on an organ, because it's a whole nother level. It's a whole nother instrument. It's a whole nother beast. But it's a whole nother check sometimes, get on the organ. Like, and it's in them to learn it, but some people just look at it and they just get intimidated. It's just too many things happening at one time. But if you really take the time, you can actually do it. You can actually tackle the beast or whatever. So, and it's a lot of work out here for female organists, and I find out it's only a few of us, it's only a few of us in the city. If I'm the main female organist that's playing at Enon and Bethany Baptist, I know it's just a few out here. But like, I think with those that we have out here, I think number one, it's a lack of confidence in themselves. And the keyboardists, they just need to take the time and get on the organ. Like my sister Tracy, she could play organ. She would play organ. If she spent more time, she would be better at it, And I know what she know. I haven't heard her on organ lately. But I know what she knows. She probably kill. But it's just a matter of believing that you can do it and actually taking the time to do it. And get some of these women's retreats and women's conferences and women's revivals and women's day services, because they be calling me all the time. And so yeah.
Yo, I saw my daughter on the organ. I think it was last week.
Okay.
I was almost in tears.
Oh my God.
She was playing like 3 notes, but it was like everything to me. I mean,
oh my God.
God forbid it was at her great grandmother's funeral, but I think that might have been the first time for me to have me and her and her mom playing at the same time. And she was actually playing in the right key and I'm like, you know what?
Let me tell you now, that you done sparked another thing in me. Sometimes our kids just need somebody to believe in them. Mm-hmm. And if they have an ear, get them on a piano. Get them on an organ. Mm-hmm. If they have an ear, if they can sing and they can teach parts, make them, learn piano, because they will probably be able to play. The way I learned piano is the structure of the voices, like soprano, alto, and tenor. Mm. Those were my chords. That's how I started piano, and learning the bass line. Like, gotta hear the bass line and learn that foundation of the chord that you play, whatever. But our kids need to be believed, and that's something else that I'm working on, because I have a passion for being able to develop and cultivate the young creatives that are coming up who don't have nowhere to go. Like, they don't have, like, a lot of the schools, they took music out of schools. And could you imagine being in school as a child with no music? Like,
I don't even know where I'd be if I didn't have music.
What? I loved all of my music teachers, and I learned so much from them, and that was my world. So it's just like, it's some babies out here who who are musically gifted, but they don't have nowhere to go. So they don't have no outlet. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so that's something else I'm working on, Philly Music Village. And it's just a village. It's just a safe place for young people to come to learn from people, like mentors like us, where we teach them, lessons or whatever, help them develop their gift. Also, on Friday, Saturday nights, they'll have their own little like club or shed or whatever, something like that. That's a safe place for them to come to, and they don't have to sneak into the bar, sneak into, they'll have their own open mic or whatever, and they can do creative music games and stuff like that. Things to expand their mind musically by us, for us, and with us, because a lot of times when I think about when I was in college for music, it's just like, why am I learning this? Why do I need to know that the second inversion has to go here because this is the rule? Like,
right.
Forget all of that. Like, let's just make music, Mm-hmm. And so, like, those rules and stuff, like, who made that stuff up? Like that. So this program would be for us, by us, just a place to release. When I was teaching music, one of the things I learned working with boys, some boys, the boys who were hyperactive were musically gifted. And I learned that drummers have more energy than people who are not drummers. Like little boys who are drummers have more energy. And so, like, if you have a typical kid who's a drummer and nobody knows that this person is a drummer, they just go and see this hyperactive kid. Somebody's gonna give them medication, or they say they have ADD.
Right.
No, they just need an outlet. They just need to beat on some drums, And so, I believe that this program would be able to give kids an outlet, in a society, in a world that tells them that music is not important, or, music is not a real career,
Right.
So.
I think that'd be awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. The work has to be done, but I have the vision statement and the mission statement, but it's just like putting the hand to the plow, getting the work done. So just keep it in prayer. Philly Music Village.
So where can people find you? So when they get their hyperactive little kids ready,
Lord,
they gonna know where to reach out to.
Father, give me strength. For right now, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram, Tameka Ferebee.
With 2 E's.
Yeah, with the 4 E's, F-E or E-B-E-E. And 1 E in the Tameka. But yeah, for right now, you can just inbox me. You can hit me up. I also have Philly Baby, which is a line that celebrates anything wonderful. Anybody who's doing something amazing in Philly. I believe that Philly is a great place. Philly is a place where our independence was declared. Philly is the city of brotherly love, sisterly affection. So my shirts, my sweatshirts, everything says Philly Baby. And that's just basically saying I'm from a dope city and I'm doing something dope.
Right.
And
I'm dope.
Right. And the love, we show love, we spread love. But yeah, they can find me on Facebook. I'm live every Sunday at my church. Mess ups and all. Cursing people out with my face and all. Like everything. On Sunday mornings, I'm live. Let's see. Yeah, that's basically it.
Tameka Ferebee, everybody.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Honored to be here.
It was awesome. You ain't make too many people mad this time. Maybe the next time you come back, you might make somebody mad. But
Lord, they might be like, don't have that child back. She all over the place.
Alrighty. Well, you take care then.
You too. Thanks.
We out.
SurfZilla.